recording. Excellent. So today we're going to be talking about something really cool, which I absolutely love, and it's social commerce webinars. So social commerce. And why are we talking about this? Because we are now at a stage in our society and our online marketing where everybody is looking to purchase something, especially because they've been home for a very long time. They're working from home, their mobile devices available to them, and everything is about purchase, and we're living the world of consumerism. So if you have a products and services that you want to sell it online, it's a brilliant idea. You should totally do it. We're going to go over how you can get to do this. Okay, so my name is Miriam Golubgir. I'm the Chief Amazement Officer of Digital Marketing Experts. Let me shut this. There we go. I've been in the industry for 17 years. I started this business 8 years ago. My son is 8. I started 8 years ago. And I believe in creating a sustainable digital marketing strategy for any sort of a small to medium-sized businesses where they can manage their business ongoingly. Our focus is on digital marketing, social media, marketing and strategies, web development, search engine optimization and marketing, and online advertising, plus video and media marketing. Here's my contact information, so feel free to reach out to me anytime if you have any questions. I will be more than glad to answer your questions. So what are the two things that we need to create a successful business online? Number one, we need to have a product that genuinely helps people solve their problem. Number two, we want to streamline the purchase journey and make it so easy for them to buy from the beginning to the end that they're engaged and they buy it, and it's maximum of 3 clicks. The whole idea is you want to make it so that everybody is available, that your products are available to everybody and everybody can purchase it without having to go through multiple loops to purchase them. So it's all about the user experience. Here's some stats for you. So 1.4, the reason we're talking about social is because social means that you have to buy it from different platforms that are social and they're social media related. So 1.47 billion active users are on Facebook. 60% of Instagram users say that they find the products on Instagram, their new products on Instagram, and they purchase it from there. And it makes a complete sense to sell products on where people look for products. 30% of online shoppers say that they would be likely to make a purchase from a social media platform like Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, Twitter, and Snapchat. I personally have never purchased anything from Snapchat or Twitter, but I have purchased from Pinterest and Facebook and Instagram, exactly in that order. So social media messengers sales are massively outperforming the current return on investment champion of emails. So if you're sending out an email, you're asking them to come and look at the products that you have online, there is a high chance of people not turning you into a spam, putting you in the spam box. There's a high percentage of people not caring for that email or not even reading it. But on social and using social media messenger, it is that instant fear of missing out where I have to have this right now because I got an email, I got a message about it, and it's always in the back of your head that you want to purchase it right away. So knowing these stats, hey, Steve. So knowing these stats, what is social commerce? Social commerce is selling your products directly through social media networks. So it kind of is different from, having the person go into your website and then get them to go through the checkout directly and making the purchase. It's more like kind of streamlining that experience and making it easier for a chatbot checkout where they've seen the product on your social media, and then when they click on it, they're already in the checkout on your website. Or if you're using the social media checkout feature, they can check it out off of your social media. And it kind of autofills the payment and delivers the details, and the purchase is so much faster, and you don't have to go through multiple steps to get where you want to get. And why do a lot of people want to do this? Well, because now, instead of me having to place an order, go on, look at the ad on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, wherever it is, then go onto the website and browse through hours of content to see what do I really want, and then click and find the product, find the size I want, then go through the checkout and purchase. All of that has turned into 3 clicks. 3 clicks is the magic word. You want to get them to purchase as fast as possible. And does it work? Yes, it works. It actually outperforms e-commerce, because with e-commerce, you have to push people to a website where you already built this relationship on social media already. So this is what it would look like. Here's the product. Let's say this is off of your Pinterest, off of your Instagram. You click on the product, there's a buy button. It goes into their Amazon account in this case. They click, the purchase, this is the product, and they can buy it right there, right now. And this is an evolution that is going to grow, and it's going to be the biggest new thing. It's already one of the major trends that we see in the market. A lot of people want to set up their social e-commerce. A lot of people feel that they don't want to advertise their business, they want to advertise their products. And if they want to advertise the product, they're like, so can we just put the buy button on the product so I can, when I'm advertising on Facebook, they can just buy it right there? And yes, you can. And that is a brilliant idea. You totally should. Let's go into Facebook social media. Now, the most important point you have to keep in mind is if you're going to any of these social media platforms, you have to make sure that your audience and people that are ready to buy from you are on that platform. I'll give you a couple examples. If you're targeting anyone between the age of 18 to 30, Facebook will not be the proper platform for you because they're not on Facebook. They've left. They are either on Instagram, they're on Snapchat, they're on TikTok, they're not here. But if you're, and also the product that you're selling, you have to make sure this product is something that they're going to buy. So first, it's your target audience. Secondly, the product that you're selling. Thirdly, is this something that they're actually interested in to purchase through through Facebook? Are they going to worry about the security of putting their credit card for this type of product? Couple example. So if you're targeting 40 plus, Facebook is a fantastic platform. If you're targeting moms are part of groups on Facebook and they would be interested. If you're targeting people that are in the tech world, Facebook is not the right platform for you, because not a lot of people are going to be involved. Facebook is a place that they go to have a conversation with their family and friends. So technically, maybe tech products will not be a proper fit for Facebook. So over 2.2 billion monthly active users are on Facebook. This is worldwide. You have to see what that number is for Canada. And as the biggest player, you kind of want to make sure that you have your product selling on this platform. And Facebook just rolled out their payments through Messenger, where you can actually pay directly off of your Messenger. They also launched Facebook Marketplace and a competitor to Amazon, Etsy, and Google Shop. Now, is this the right platform for you and what you want to sell? So let's say if you're in a promotional marketing product industry, this would not be the right space for you to promote products individually, mainly because the products, I mean, it is and it isn't. So there's certain products that you can, and there's certain products that you cannot. If you're targeting business owners that are going to buy products off of Facebook, it will not work. But if you're promoting it so that people that are hosting non-for-profit events or they're part of organizations and that you want them to see your products off of the marketplace, that is an option as well. You can do that. The other thing you can do is you can actually advertise your e-commerce and set it up off of your existing Facebook page, where they can actually make their purchase once they arrive to your Facebook page. I'm a big fan of Instagram shopping. I have bought from Instagram. I have set it up for my clients. I've studied it. I've been part of the webinars that talk about the virtual reality VR that is built around the e-commerce, the social commerce to do with Instagram. And it is a beautiful platform. They've done a great job. It is an extension of Facebook, but because it's targeting a younger audience, they have made it so much more faster, easier, convenient and attractive for someone to purchase a product off of Instagram. So it's one of the most promising platform, and it creates social selling strategies. Very easy. People flock to it to put beautiful pictures and videos onto Instagram. One of the good things that has happened in the past few years, and especially since COVID, and it's kind of a blessing in a sense. If you have a Shopify account, Shopify has built relationships with Facebook and Instagram, and they've opened all the possibilities for you to be able to sell directly through Instagram to thousands and thousands of people that are ready to purchase. So there's Instagram shopping, and then there's the integration between if you have a Shopify account and your Instagram where you can sell. Instagram shoppable posts are also fantastic. They go live when you go live, giving brands the ability to tag items and kind of organically post the product that's up for sale. One of our favorite clients, Niche Decor, they have a Shopify e-commerce website, and they sell through their Instagram social commerce as well. And they see results, and because they see results, they ongoingly sell through Instagram shoppable posts as well. Oh, there's someone on the other side, sorry. The next one is Twitter. Now, there's a couple of things about Twitter that we need to emphasize on. So Twitter now has a buy button that you can purchase. You click on it, it either takes you to the website where you can purchase it, or it can. They're working on expanding that and allowing online purchase off of Twitter. But if you click on that button now, it actually redirects you to the website. Now, Twitter is a very finicky platform. It's not finicky. It's a very different platform, and the reason for that is that first of all, you need to understand how the algorithms on Twitter works. You have to be involved on Twitter. You have to post on Twitter. You have to be part of tweets. You have to be part of a conversation in order for Twitter to kind of bring you up and bringing you up to be part of the conversations. You need to have followership. I need to grow your followership. You need to follow others. Not a lot of people, but you need to follow some people. You need to build conversations. And the reason you have to do that is because you have to have a community waiting to buy this product for you. Otherwise, if you're selling a product off Twitter, you have to advertise on Twitter to get people to come and see your product. Now, there's a problem with that. Twitter, unlike Facebook, Instagram, and even Google Merchants that allows you to sell your products online and advertise, Twitter costs a lot to advertise. So if a keyword will cost you anywhere between 50 cents to $1 on Facebook and Instagram, it's going to cost you $2.35 to $3 on Twitter. So if your main audience is on Twitter and you've built and nurtured those relationships, and it's an organic relationship that you've built, setting up a commerce account on Twitter makes absolute sense. Go ahead and do it. But if you have nothing on Twitter and you're coming into the picture for the first time, you have to spend advertising dollars, and it won't be to your benefit because you're spending more than what you're getting. So your ROI is a lot less than what it should be. Is it a good idea for people that are running political campaigns? Yes. If it's a good idea for people that have products and they've been involved in Twitter for a very long time, absolutely, go right ahead and do it. But and the other thing is, when it comes to social commerce, you need to have a plan before you get started on any of these platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. You need to have a plan, and the plan has to have a dollar amount attached to it as what your expectations are to make at the end of this campaign. And it has to be a realistic expectation. Who are you targeting? How much are you going to be spending advertising realistically? Not, I'm going to spend this money hoping I'm going to make some money. It has to be actual dollar amounts for it to make sense. What messaging you're going to post? Are you going to change that messaging? If you did this and it didn't work, are we going to change it? Are we going to do something called an A/B testing? Meaning I'm going to have one campaign, A campaign. I'm going to run it. I'm going to run another campaign beside it called B campaign, and I'll see which one's working best. If this one's not working, I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to go up with the other campaign. So this has to be part of your initial plan before you even advertise online. So if you have that plan, then it makes sense to explore other platforms. Now, another important point, if you already have a Facebook account and you're doing fantastic with your Facebook account, you have a lot of people that are following you, you have a lot of good conversations, a lot of direct messages, you've built your little utopia on Facebook, you built a beautiful community, it's perfect. And you've never been on Twitter. Now you want to explore Twitter because you want to see if there's other opportunities there. I would do my budget 90-10. I would put 90% of my budget on Facebook and a small portion of it on Twitter. I won't come in with a big, because I just want to test the water to see if it works. In addition to that, you don't want to overstretch yourself and don't want to overstretch your budget as well. So what's working, leave it be and stick with it. Exploring is great. Exploring only works if one is giving you tons of good results and the residual income from that is now the money that you put aside to advertise on another platform. It's just a matter of, it's not being frugal with your advertising dollars, it's being wise with your advertising dollars and where you're spending it and what results are you getting. Now, I know I'm going on a tangent, but I want to give you a couple more points. Number one, your expectations has to have a dollar amount attached to it. You're not Coca-Cola or Red in order for you to expect awareness or impressions. You need to say to yourself, if I'm going out there and advertise, I want conversion. I want this to convert into one customer for me. This $2 has to convert to one call for me, or one person filling up a form, or one person buying a product. If they put it in a shopping cart and they don't buy it, that's still valid because they went to the website, they went through the process. Then you need to figure out what the problem is and why they haven't bought it. But prior to that, what needs to happen is we need to put a dollar amount for every dollar we spend. So if this dollar that I'm spending is going to potentially bring me one customer, you have to measure that. And it's called conversion. Okay, you're not paying for clicks, you're paying for conversion. And you have to have conversions. And if the platform is showing you, and so we've seen this with Facebook, it says this campaign had 5 conversion. And we call a client, we're like, we have 5 conversion. And they're like, no, we only got 1 person. Okay, what happened to the other 4? Oh, we don't know. Okay, but we need to figure out, we have to go and measure from website, from e-commerce to from social commerce to website. What happened in the middle? Did they go to the website? Did they purchase on the website? Did they leave it in a shopping cart? What did you do when they left it in a shopping cart and left? Did you check it the next day to see how many people left stuff in the shopping cart? Did you message them? Did you find a way to connect with them? Give them a 10% discount in order to keep them? So these little strategies have to be set in place so that if your social commerce is showing you 5 conversions and you only got 1, you got to figure out what happened to the other people in the middle. And that is so important. Now I'm going to move on to the next piece. I know I went on a tangent, but that's okay. That happens a lot. I love shopping off Pinterest. Pinterest and Shopify build a really good partnership. And if you have a WordPress website, or if you have a Joomla or Magento, that's fine as well. You can still utilize the Pinterest shop commerce as well, but you have to do it through advertising or set up the commerce account through Pinterest itself. I love shopping from them. They also built a really good relationship with Etsy. So if you have an Etsy account and you sell your product on Etsy, you can integrate into your Shopify, into a Pinterest as well. What makes these relationships really good is that if you're selling products and in some cases, some services, not all services, any sort of a service that requires me to hire you to create a product for me, this is the perfect platform for you because the pictures are vivid, the videos are beautiful. You can do a 360 rotation of what the product looks like. You can do a breakdown of a video breakdown to showcase every step of how you use it. And you can put a shopping cart attached to your post. Every Pinterest post can have a shopping cart. When they click on it, it takes them to your website where they can make the purchase. It's a great tool. I highly recommend if you have products that are visually attractive or that you can make them visually attractive, to take advantage of Pinterest and their buyable pins feature that they have. They're not good for brand advertising. They're actually really bad for brand advertising. They're very product oriented, so it's focus on creating that product, that beautiful product with the pricing, where and give it that oomph to set you apart from everybody else, because you're going to come in and you're going to compete with so many other people that have the similar product as you. And you might think I have an edge on everybody else. You have to showcase that edge so that the end user can see what sets you apart from other people. So what does the future hold for social commerce? Well, we're looking at billions of dollars in sales, from single days like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, to Cyber Mondays and Black Fridays, and any of those holidays, plus, any additional incentives or promotions or marketing that you guys have. We're looking at billions of dollars in retail sales, mainly because this is a brand new platform where there are people that are now attached and glued to their phones. We check our, there was a couple of stats I was sharing today. We were doing some Spotify advertising. People spend 148 minutes daily listening to Spotify. They spend 20 minutes daily checking their Instagram account, 35 minutes daily going through their Facebook account. So they're online, they're waiting, they're there to buy. So why would we not sell to them? If you can set up your Facebook Messenger for it to make you money, and you're selling a product and they're like, well, how do I pay? I pay with my Visa, and there's a button, they click on it and it makes it payable immediately to your account. Why wouldn't we do that? That is one of the best things that we can. It's easy money coming into your account. Obviously, there's other components built into it. How is the refunds going to work? How is the returning of the products going to work? You have to figure these pieces out before you go on to social. Mainly because it's the same as having a website. You have to make sure that if there are any questions, how are you going to answer them? Do you have a process set in place if someone has a bad review about a product that you sold them on social? Because in the past, they will put it on your website and it's buried in your website. In 5 or 6 products, they will go and put a review. Now it's social. They put it online and everybody's going to read it. What's your process? How are you going to respond to that? You should write it up. Write up what you're going to say if someone's happy with you. Write up what you're going to say if someone's upset with you. If someone wants a refund, what are the refund policies? Be out and open and straightforward with every information to begin with off of your website. You need to have a refund policy set up on your social. If you're doing a social commerce, you have to have a terms of use and policy. If you're going to be collecting their email address and sending them an email, tell them you're going to be doing that. Transparency is the name of the game, and it will make people want to work with you and continue to work with you. We work with a partially raw, partially cooked dog food company online. Super straightforward with all their clients, super straightforward with the information that they provide. If you don't like the food, if the dog is like, I'm not eating this, I'm done. We've seen it when people send a response and say, hey, I don't want to put it as a review, but my dog hates the food, it doesn't want it. They're like, no problem, return it. You don't want to return, keep it, keep whatever you have, we'll return your money, it's fine. And that sort of transparency gets them a good review from someone who already had a bad experience. So keep that in mind and make sure the only best advice I can give you is if you're going to go on social commerce, have a proactive plan, which means you have thought through everything. And if you haven't, call up people that can help you. And most of us marketing people, we will be more than glad to help you and give you some feedback. Have a proactive plan. So when things happen, you're not reactive, because when we're reactive, it comes out that we are unprofessional. So have a proactive plan before you go online. Make a giant marketing plan for yourself. And you know what? It doesn't have to be pretty. It can look like this. I'm going to pull this up. It can look like a one-pager. Just a little bit of information on it, just to just to get yourself out there without getting yourself in trouble. So here are some of the tactics that I'm going to suggest. Okay, I'm very big on tactics. Sorry, I have to push this back in. Here we go. Improve your Facebook Messenger engagement. So there's a tool called ManyChat, and I'm going to send you guys this presentation. It's going to be on our website, and I'm going to send it to you guys as an email as well, so you can come back and read it. This presentation will be videoed as well, and the video will be available on our website as well. There's a tool called ManyChat, and it kind of allows you to accomplish setting up an engagement on your Facebook Messenger. Why? Well, because automation, you're not there when someone's trying to make a purchase at 12 a.m. You're not there. You could be feeding the kids, walking the dog when someone needs to make a purchase at 5 p.m. So you need to have a proactive plan around it. So having a ManyChat system set up would allows you to say, okay, if someone's trying to buy and I'm not there, here's a chatbot. You put the buttons here, you put the messenger there, here's the title, here's a description, put a done purchase button, and it's ready to go. So if I'm not there, the bot is taking care of the process. By the way, if you guys have any questions, just unmute and ask. I'm perfectly fine with answering questions. The next thing is you want to kind of automate your chatbot. You want to create an automation. And it's not super personal, but I don't really need you to be super personal if I need to make a purchase. And I know it's like 2 a.m. and I just I came back from working or working out and now I'm in the mood to buy a jean jacket. I understand you're not there, but it would be nice if I have some questions answered. And automation is easy. So there's another plugin called it's a tool called jumper.ai, and it allows you to kind of automate the checkout process. It's called the checkout chatbot. What happens is I'm going through the chatbot, I'm like, hey, where's my order? And they're like, well, I can help you. What's your order ID? And then I give the order ID, and the person gives the order ID, and I'm like, oh, here is where your order is right now. Or, they want to purchase something and like, you have it in black and white. So proactively, again, it's important to be proactive. You set it up on the chat that because we're running out of blue and red, if someone's asking for it, here, just this is what we're going to say, thank you for your purchase. We're running out of blue. We only have 2. If you want, you can pick the yellow or the black. So chatbots automation is important. Again, it's just to be proactive. If you notice, it's all about being proactive and automating life where, we do this with our chatbot on our website. The chatbot is attached to my phone and it's attached to my team's phone. So if anybody in my team has a question, they can just quickly message us. Anybody has a question, one of our team members will get on the chat and chat with them. If you look at our chatbot, I have a telephone number on there and an email address. Reach out to me. If this is not good enough for you, I'm okay with getting on a phone call and talk to you. And that gives that interpersonal relationship, and you want to build that as well. And the last one is low-cost products sell better. Okay. So why do people browse on social media? Well, it's not often to find products that they're looking for, right? It's because they're bored and they're there because they want to check on their friends and they want to look at their favorite celebrities and they want to find a simple look at a visual presentation for their favorite hobby. And they're there because they want to waste time and in an enjoyable way. It's the truth. We all do it, right? So, and it's more likely for me to buy something that I can think, well, it didn't cost that much. It was only $65. It's not that big of a deal. If it's $2,000, I'm like, oh, it's $2,000. I can't spend that kind of money. But you will buy it if it's like, oh, it's only like $65. I can totally do that. So if you are going to be putting any sort of a product on your social commerce, make sure that it's something that it actually is affordable. And what I've done is I've put like, what are the price tags of like the minimum purchases, or sorry, the average purchase, not the minimum purchase, average purchase of one product off of these platforms. And as you notice, it's anywhere between $40 to $60, $40 to $65, or $37 to $65. That's the $66. That's the most of it. So that gives you an idea of if you're going to put any product out there, what's your price range and what would sell better. Now, this is just one component of it. You also have to remember that the reason they're online, it could also be because they're looking for something because they're specific about what they want to buy. This is just an average person who just wants to be a consumer and buy something. But if your product is worth, like, I'll give you an example. I buy books for Christmas for the kids. I'm not buying toys. They're done. They have a lot of plastic. They don't need any more plastic. So what I do is I buy customized books. So when they were younger, I would buy books that had their pictures in it, and there were superheroes, or there were science books that explained things to them, but it was customized and they weren't cheap. So each book was anywhere between $75 to $100. But I would buy it because I saw it on my social, and I kind of pictured my kid with this book. I made a book about my son, Artan, and he was a superhero. So, but the book was expensive, and that's fine. It was a gift that I wanted. But on my impulse purchases, these are the price points that make sense and I can spend, and, you know, works for general public. So there's a lot more, but I'm going to stop here. I am available for any questions you guys have. Shoot. Let's go back here. Did I unmute everybody?
We can unmute ourselves.
Oh, okay, okay, good.
Yeah, it's great. You're providing so much information. This is fantastic. So what are maybe some considerations if we, so for instance, I'm predominantly on Instagram and have the website, and so I prefer to continue to focus on that. And if I were to sell the book on Instagram, what are some of like the top considerations I need to take into account?
Number one, who's your audience?
Yes.
Number two, age group. Number three, this is very important. Try to not do it directly through your Instagram app. Okay. Go on to because your Instagram is linked to your Facebook account. Go set up yourself an ad manager an ad manager account through your Facebook, and then run your ads from there to your Instagram. And the reason you want to do that is because the app only gives you 2% of the customizations you can do when it comes to targeting the right group of people. I'll give you an example. On the app, if I go to Instagram and I want to put an ad, it says, I want to advertise to everybody in Ontario. Okay, but there's two components. Is it people that are interested in things that happens in Ontario, or is it people that live in Ontario? Whereas with the Facebook ad messenger, it allows you to pick people that live in Ontario. Okay. And why is that important? Because if Jack from India or from Russia or from Iran is interested in things that happens in Ontario, why should they see them ads and they can't even purchase your product? So set up a Facebook ad manager account so you can hone on the exact group of people that you want, and it's the perfect audience for you. The other thing you want to keep in mind is that when you make a post, you can turn that post into, okay, two things. Number one, when you're setting up your ad, make sure that you're setting up for conversion, not for attractions and clicks and impressions. Don't want that. You want conversion. Secondly, when people click on that, you want to make sure that this person can read your top call to action on the first thing that they see. Okay. If you set up your ad off of ad manager, you can set up your call to action properly where they can see it with a link. They can click on it and go to your website and sell. Buy.
And what are your thoughts on, that was great, thank you. And what are your thoughts on Google Ads?
Love Google Ads. We do millions of dollars worth of Google Ads every year for our clients. We love it. They're happy. And the thing is, you have the ability to use their Google Merchant account, the Merchant Center. You have to take advantage of the Google Merchant Center. Google Merchant Center is like, if you right now Google patio furniture, first thing you see is Wayfair and article. That's what Google Merchant Center is. It brings you up where someone can click on it and purchase right there. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of the shopping features that they have. It allows you to sell your products right away.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Really? I was that good? That's amazing.
You really were. You really were.
Is it Colin? You have any questions? All right. Okay. So thank you everyone for attending. I'm going to put this on our website and I'll send you an email about it. If you have any questions, reach out to me. My contact information is right here. It's going to be in the presentation on our website. Chat with us on our website. We'll respond to you ASAP. And again, thank you again for attending. This was really good.
Thank you. Enjoy your day. Bye.
You too. Bye. Bye, everyone.